Good day folks, this is Chris Ron again checking in for TradeTaxPlus. This is the first technical video for March 2018. In this video we'll quickly deal with what I call the transitional windows dealing with VAT from the increase from 14 to 15%. Now essentially if you read through section 67 it's a bit daunting and it looks very difficult, but it actually isn't. It provides for three windows, provides for what I would call the green window, then the red window and the amber window, pretty much like a traffic robot. Now the green window is anything where the time of supply has taken place before the 21st of February 2018. And if it has happened, so payment has taken place or invoice was issued before that date, then it is 14%. Doesn't matter whether services are rendered subsequent to that date. Doesn't matter whether the services or the goods are supplied or rendered after the 1st of April when the new VAT rate came in. So that is the simple rule. If the time of supply has been triggered, nobody knew the VAT rate was going up. That's a 14% VAT rate, end of story. When it comes to the amber one, now the amber window, we were skipping the red one. The amber window, that's like South Africa, we're skipping red lights. So we're going to skip red lights again. We'll get back to it. The amber one is any supply where the time of supply is triggered on or after 1 April 2018. Now, essentially those rules are there to make certain that if the services have been rendered before 1 April or the goods have been supplied before 1 April, physically supplied, delivered, it shouldn't be a 15% supply simply because I'm issuing my invoice after 1 April. And those rules are there to protect, they're the amber ones, they protect the consumer. So those will still be subject to 14% to the extent that those goods are delivered after that date. You need to look at after 1 April or the service rendered after 1 April, you need to look at the general rules, except if it falls into the red zone. Now that red zone, the red card, we all know about that. The red zone starts on the 21st of February 2018 and ends on the 1st of, or effectively the 31st of March 2018. And that's the date between the date the minister announced the increase in the VAT rate and the date that the new VAT rate become effective. So that's the date where you can start playing games. That's where all the clever people start thinking out schemes. How can we still get VAT in at 14%? And not pay the 15%. Now, this is an anti-avoidance provision, so it's a very simple rule. It says if you trigger the time of supply, so in other words, if the time of supply is the invoice is issued in that period or payment is received for goods or for services, specific rules apply to those supplies. Now, when it comes to goods, the special rule says you have to have delivered those goods by effectively the 23rd of April. Otherwise, if you haven't done that, it becomes a 15% supply. The rule applicable to services is to the extent that you've rendered those services before 1 April will remain 14%. To the extent that you render it on or after 1 April 2018, that will be 15%. Now, if you do the numbers, you'll see it, and you link that to the practical way of how people interact in rendering services and goods. You see, it probably gives the right answers. So those are almost the robot approach to traffic light approach, if you want to call it that, to the three windows for the transition. In the next session, we'll look at returnable containers where special rules are applicable and that you need to be aware of. For now, this is Chris Ron checking out for TradeTaxPlus, Center of Excellence.